My name is Duke Lee. I'm a CSO of Fin2B. Thank you so much for this opportunity to speak to you about our company and our passion. One more time. So Fin2B is a fintech company disrupting $20 billion supply chain finance market in Southeast Asia. SMEs are backbone of our economy, creating 2/3 of jobs. They are our family, friends, and our neighbors. And my father is also an SME owner. But they suffer from limited access to finance. And in times like this, uncertain times, they're first to starve from cash. So right now, I've heard that banks are closing their doors to a lot of SMEs. So even the best SMEs can go bankrupt with cash flow issues. Supply chain finance can support SMEs with efficient financing. It could be SME vendors of a large company, or it could be an SME dealer of a large company who have a relationship with a credit-worthy enterprise we call anchors. Luckily, supply chain financing not only benefits SMEs, but it also benefits financial institutions. It allows them to manage your risk, increase your margin, and expand into SME segment effectively. So the market for supply chain financing is huge. There's about $3 trillion USD market worldwide, and Southeast Asia is growing fast. In fact, the emerging market in Southeast Asia is growing 11%. We believe that there's $20 billion market opportunity in Vietnam and Indonesia, two of the focus markets for Fin2B. The challenges of supply chain financing is that first, is high transaction costs due to a lot of manual process. If you want to build a system, it costs a lot to build and also to maintain. And there's lack of awareness from the anchors. Fin2B offers systematic approach, SaaS-based system, so that we can dramatically reduce the cost to serve. And also, we have a team in Hanoi to actively develop the market in Vietnam and to serve the local market. Fin2B's SaaS-based approach allows dramatic reduction in the cost to launch, but more importantly, cost to maintain. Because a lot of financial institutions, when they develop their own system, they stopped using it after 3 years because of the cost of maintenance. So maintenance is the key issue we try to address. Our revenue model is based on one-time onboarding fee and transaction fee. So we have a partnership with our financial institutions to develop this market together. Our go-to-market strategy is a 3-step. First of all, there's a lot of Korean multinational financial institutions investing heavily in Southeast Asia. So we work with them to develop the process and also the system going into each market. So we developed the system for Vietnam with Shinhan and Indonesia with Hana and so on and so forth. So our advantage is that we have a relationship with these Korean multinational banks who already recognize the usefulness of supply chain finance. And after that, with the already built system and the process, we expanded to the other Korean banks as well as the multinational banks, and then to the local banks. And lastly, we work directly with the conglomerates of this country to develop the market together. So we are working with the customer's customer to develop the market at the same time. So in Vietnam, we're currently working with Shinhan Bank and KB Bank, as well as Uri Bank and Mira Asset. They've been using our system for 3 years. Currently, we're speaking to a number of local banks, including BIDV and HD Bank. And also, we are working with Samsung Electronics and Hyundai, who's already our customer using our system in Indonesia and India to open their system to Vietnam. So we're currently serving 7 financial institutions in 3 markets in Southeast Asia, namely Vietnam, Indonesia, and India. So our transaction volume early last year was about $3 million USD. It's grown 17-fold. So early this year, it has been around $50 million USD. So our monthly transaction volume is about $20 million USD today. Fin2B's leadership is IT and finance experts, led by Sang-Soon Park, who used to be managing director at BCG, advising Korean financial institutions for the last 20 years to innovations in the finance sector.
Thank you,
Thank you so much.
And now it's time for Q&A. You have 5 minutes.
Hi, thanks for the presentation. My first question would be, so your market is a B2B market, the institutions, right? Today, you have 7 institutions using your technology or SaaS platform. Why 7? Why not more than that? And how long have you been actually promoting this platform in these 3 countries?
Yes, so B2B business itself, one of the biggest challenge for us it's a long process to acquire customers. So yeah, we are there's a lot of opportunities right now that we're exploring and to develop, and then we believe that it will come soon. But 7 today is because of the long the sales cycle, first of all, and also during COVID-19, we were not able to travel outside. So we're mainly working with Korean financial institutions who have interest in Southeast Asia. But actually, starting from early this year, we actually are out again. We have increased our staff in Vietnam so that we are more actively managing the market. And yeah, we have opportunities coming up that will add to Vietnamese local banks.
So you've been in talk with 3 different banks in Vietnam. What are some of the key challenges that the banks have pointed out for you when entering Vietnam as a market?
Yes. So Vietnamese banks are not aware of this supply chain finance opportunity. They are also aware, but some of them may not be so eager about the opportunity. Some of them are eager, but they already have experience developing their own system. So some of them have developed their own system, but they're not using it right now because of the maintenance issue. So supply chain financing is a business process, largely business process, not banking process. So every time you walk into a new industry, you work with new anchors, you have to actually modify your system and be more inclusive to provide a better and more powerful interface to the acquired anchors. And they fail to do that because you cannot keep banking staff to constantly modify the supply chain finance system. So their main pain point is maintenance of the system. And also, so right now, we are in competition for one of the banks right now in the tendering process, but their concern is that they want to have a proven system, which we have a proven system. The key challenges for any financial product is the local regulations, and it has been changing in Vietnam multiple times since we came. So I mean, so we opened our system 3 years ago. It's a third revision to reflect the changes. It's for the better actually, because Vietnamese governments also recognize the power of supply chain finance. They've been modifying their decree to make it easier for the digital system to make innovations. So we have a process that has optimized for Vietnam and streamlined, because you don't want to make systems so complicated. You don't need to protect the bank. It has to be easy for the customer to use. So the fact that we have been market proven, as well as we have already developed it, lowering the cost, and also we will maintain the system for them. It's actually a big value proposition for the local banks.
Hi, Mr. Lee. I have 2 quick questions for you.
Okay.
But I think in the interest of time, maybe I'll just ask one.
Okay, sure.
A lot of the banks in the region have actually been introducing green financing options to SMEs. Do you think that this is going to be an advantage that such banks would have over your platform?
So, sorry, so the bank has been providing
sustainable finance,
yes.
Options to SMEs? Yep.
Yes,
so for example, UOB, OCBC have been talking about that a lot. So yes. What is your thinking about the rising demand for sustainable financing for SMEs?
Definitely. I totally agree with you. So I think part of the sustainability is that bank needs to manage their risk, right? So a lot of times banks manage their risk by cutting off their supply of fund to SMEs first whenever time is rough. They're doing that right now, actually. We have talked to a lot of banks who actually are reducing their portfolio in small and medium-sized enterprise. But we're actually removing the risk from the small and medium-sized enterprise to the anchors. So anchors are much more stable. So this form of financing allows them to be more stable in terms of, through riding out the fluctuation of the business cycle. So I think we are very much in line with the sustainability of finance because you're actually removing the risk from the small and medium enterprise to the large companies. So you're actually be looking at Hyundai's credit risk compared to Hyundai dealers' credit risk. Thank you for the question.
One question. You use collateral as receivables and assets, right?
Yes.
How do you qualify them from when you're from another country?
To another country.
Well, you're coming to Vietnam, right? How do you qualify receivables and assets of a foreign country? How do you qualify it?
Of the foreign country, yeah, of course, that's a good question. So this supply chain finance can be cross-border, of course. And cross-border will have the most impact. So I think that will be our next step.
My point is, how do you know it's real?
Yes, so if it's not cross-border, if it's inside Vietnam, so we work with the anchors. Anchors provide the data to us. So that's the automatic authentication, right?
Thank
you so much.
Thank you, our Board of Judges, and thank you, FinTube.